Welcome back to, well, it's technically Fleet Sunday streaming, but it's a little bit early today owing to the way in which things have developed. So, here we are, in a world not quite like the one we remember, and I've literally just realised that the settings have gone fucking... Damn it. There's supposed to be... Oh dear, hang on, I've foobarred it, hang on, hold on, just bear with me a second, I've foobarred it, hang on. Damn it. Damn it, Fleet, you absolute lemon. Oh, good lord. Honestly, I can just be the silliest man. Oh, dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. What am I going to do with myself, chaps? What am I going to do with myself? Can't even keep my head screwed on straight. Oh, dear. Dearie, dearie, dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. Well, what are we going to do with ourselves, eh? What are we going to do? So, let's try this again, shall we? Nope, don't want that. Just give me a second, chaps. Listen to my voice. I hope you're all having a good Sunday. It's the only day off I'm getting this week, so I'm going to play it doing something that I enjoy. And that means, you know, doing what I want to do. Which means doing this, because it's something I do enjoy doing. So I'm going to do it, basically. And we're going to try our best to make it all work. So... Oh, the world is being randomized. Excellent. So, here we are. Oh, I've just realised I've got the... There we go. So, here we are. So the first thing we need to do is enable it so that, since I do want to play as Russia, we're just gonna very quickly make sure that we can actually do the Russian Civil War. Because that is something that I am very much fond of doing. And I want to do it, so I'm going to make sure that I can do it. And we're also going to kind of do things via... So basically making sure that we can have the Far Eastern operations base that we need. But we're also making sure there's like a band of control. What are you? The regional government of the Urals? Wait, there's a Ural government that we can make? Okay, that's actually kind of cool. We're going to do that. Because that's kind of cool. Where are we? Country releasing tool. The regional government of the Urals. What an excellent comedic idea this is. So. Basically, we're also going to try, if we can, and make some bigger polities as well. So... we're basically gonna... I think Karelia, all of Karelia's territory belongs. So Novgorod is going to be grown into a massive nation. So they are going to become... They are going to become something of a problem. They're not going to get Leningrad back. They're going to be kind of limited to something of an alpine polity. So they're going to have some land that's basically following railway connections to places like Arkhangelsk, etc. So they're going to have some control. And of course, they're going to get large swaths of northern Russia as well that they have cores on. Do they have cores on all of Komi? They do, yes. So all of Komi is also going to be annexed into the Novgorod Republic as well. So that gives a fairly powerful force there. Now, I am going to return Finland back to life. Not as the full polity it should be, but as a force down here. Now we've got Sampi, Trondheim, Sweden, Småland, the Oscarland Republic, the Republic of Gotland. But there are other states that we can have here, also known as Götaland, which is a slightly different state. And this state has claims over most of southern Sweden and is going to annex and integrate various parts of southern Sweden into itself. We got Scania, which Denmark is probably going to invade fairly sharpish. It's fine. Right, so while we're here, so where was the heartland of... So we're going to have the German Reich be reborn in Germany proper. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to recreate the Kingdom of Prussia. So we're going to have the Kingdom of Prussia, which is not going to control as much of Prussia as it otherwise might do. But we're going to basically... Yeah, we're going to basically ensure that as much of this is... I'm basically trying to build nations here. In essence. But we can't have two Prussias. And there we go. So that's Prussia along the northern coast there. Now, France has basically keeled over into anarchy down here. But that's not particularly surprising. So, the Kingdom of Mercia. So, the power over London... So London is going to be... So, the Kingdom of Mercia is going to be given control over London. So the Free Cornish Republic is in Truro, and Dr. Clark would basically kill me if I didn't let them exist, so they're going to be allowed to exist for all that that's worth. Sussex is... Yeah, Sussex is going to be annexed by Wessex, because they have cores over Sussex. There we go. Wales will remain as an independent polity. Cumbria. So, I'm basically looking for polities that have claims over more than just themselves. So, Northumbria will be seizing a swath of northern England to become a northern English powerhouse, while... Is there anyone who can... Okay, there is no actual... Okay, yeah, so now we need to release Scotland. So, Scotland will also exist, and they will have control over swaths of territory to the north. So now we have an England divided. And we've got Anglia. Anglia isn't claimed by anyone else, so they will remain an independent polity. Ireland is split between various four nations. No one really has any control over it, which is fine. And Isle of Man is fiercely independent, which is not really surprising. No one seems to have any other claims here apart from... Well, so yeah, Sampi has claims, so we will deal with that. Yeah, so we will deal with that quickly. Basically, just this is a part that I do actually enjoy. I enjoy this rationalization of the nations. It's nice. It's something nice that I enjoy doing. Okay, so who are you? So Livonian Republic. Okay, so the Livonian Republic has claims on a lot of its neighbors. So we'll see if we can build them into a sizable state, since they do have cores on a lot of their neighbors. And then there's actually also just General Estonia as well. But the Livonian Republic does also have cores on these chaps here. The Duchy of Courland and... What are you? The Duchy of The Duchy of Courland and Sumigula has cores... Has that as a core state. And what are you? You're Free City of Riga. You are... You see, you have no claims. So you're owned by them, but... the Republic of Central Lithuania has cores on you, so... But so does Belarus, actually. Yeah, oh no, wait, you're not... Oh wait, yeah, you are Belarus, so... The Principality of Podolsk has claims on parts of central Belarus. Interesting. Yeah, they do as well. Interesting. The whole goal here is to build polities rather than destroy them. So you're owned by the Slovakian Republic. And so, wait a minute. Oh, those two have exceptionally similar flags, which is interesting. Okay, so let's have a look. We might have to. Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm not seeing much in the way of things that can actually be caught here. So I am going to restore proper Poland in Warsaw as a rump state just for now. And I am going to give it some surrounding territory just to help get its feet off the ground. We're also going to expand Belarus a little bit. That gives some things for Ukraine and Poland to fight over. Moldova is fairly large. And Crimea is this sort of polity down here. Bulgaria is big Bulgaria right now. We need to give... Yeah, we need to give... Yeah, okay, we need to give Turkey back control of the Straits so they can actually, you know, do something with them. There we go. So the Turks have that. Got the Macedonian Free Republic, which, you know, I really think they should be, you know, Macedonian Empire is back. Macedonian Empire ours. Like bring the Macedonian Empire back. You know, let's do it. Let's bring it back. Let's make the Macedonian Empire big. Let's do it. This will be funny. So the Macedonian Empire is back. There we go. And we're going to give them... There we go. We're going to make sure the Macedonian Empire can absolutely expand outwards, because I do kind of want to see them go a little bit nuts, because it will be funny. And we'll see how they go. But yeah, so that's the next plan. In regards to various parts of... Portugal is going to be able to reunify fairly quickly. They have an army. So does the Crown of Castile. Well, actually, yes, Portugal has an army. I don't know if any of the other Spanish kingdoms do or not. We shall see. Africa is just Africa. Nothing really much to say about it here. There'll be unification wars down here. Zimbabwe is down there. Oh, yes, and I almost forgot. There are rump states of England, the Netherlands, and France out here in the Caribbean. And they're going to hopefully try and reclaim their territory. We hope. Now, I'm not going to fuck with Canada too much. Well, there are some funny shenanigans I do want to do down here. So, for example... Texas is going to be left alone. It has enough power to form its own polity. But there is actually going to be a Confederate States of America down here. But there's also going to be a Republic of New Africa as well. Which, you know, if ever there was a case for rivalry, that's, you know, that's it. That's your lot. Texas is not going to join that. And the US is going to be based in Washington, and they're going to include various parts of the North and, of course, West Virginia as well, along with Ohio. What we are going to do is we're going to expand the Iroquois Confederacy fairly massively to become a fairly dominant force in American politics as well. You know, as you do. And of course, you know, we're basically giving the natives a fair shake. You know, we're giving them a fair shake. You know, that's what we're doing. Give the natives a chance. That's what I say. Where are we? The Cree state has a lot of cores. Has a lot of cores. It does. It really does. So again, so find another one of our big... Well, they're going to be big geographically, but they're not going to be big in terms of manpower and materiel. Although they will probably be a bit of a bitch to actually kill. Who are you? Siouan Federation. And another tribal federation as well. Atzalan. Oh, interesting. Well, I find this idea very intriguing indeed. And I kind of want to see what this nation would look like if it's fat. The national state of... That's funny. That is funny, and I find this very amusing. So we're going to make these people even bigger than they already are. But what we are also going is we're going to found the Siouan Federation. So the Siouan Federation will... So the Siouan Federation will control these northern territories here. Like so. And there'll also be the Chewier Tribal Federation that will control these states here. Then we're also going to have a Republic of Cascadia, because it'll be funny. Something, something, paint it orange, something, something, wish it was orange, etc., etc. But we are going to have a united Inuit state, because, again, I find this concept very funny indeed. This nation that just hugs the top of the map because it's there. Like, this is very funny to me. Like, this is just the top of the map now. Also, I've just noticed Jan Mayen Island, and oh my lord, Admiral Johan Jan Mayen, oh my lord, this man, he's a polarizing leader. So I'm gonna be funny. We're gonna be funny. We're gonna go to Jan Mayen Island. Gonna increase his stability, increase his water sport, give him a fuck ton of political power, give him all the XP, give him all the Navy XP, all the Air XP, give him a ton of research bonuses. So basically, this is gonna be, where is it? Politics. So, yep, so you're gonna be non-aligned always. We're also going to dismantle all the currently existing factions. He is definitely a major. Going to increase his war support further. We're going to give him 10 research slots. We're going to give him 5 breakthrough points in all of his slots. State management tools. So, no, we don't want that. We want building spawning tools. So, mark state. I'm going to give him 10 military factories. So, we want to give him... basically turn this island into a force of 15... So 10 military factories, 10 civilian, and 5 dockyards. Max infrastructure, max airfield, max anti-air, max radar. Just, you know. Yeah, just literally throw... Yeah, just look at that. Like, this is gonna be... This will be aggressively funny. Like... It's very funny. So that is gonna be the final boss, and he will start doing funky things. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Was it the MMT I wanted? Ah, yes. There we go. There we go. And so we will add the 10 million, the 500,000 soldiers who will die, the 50 million soldiers who will die for, like, Jan Mayen is secretly under the surface of a massive UFO spaceship of polar bears that has landed, and they are going to go on a conquering spree. I am actually curious if, like, do they have a fascist? Oh no, okay, so bring back the polar bear. Yeah, so yeah, keep him non-aligned. Yeah, keep him non-aligned because he is still a polarizing leader. Yeah, so that's very funny, and so he will be a final boss of sorts. No doubt he'll be able to build ships and make something of himself. and he will go a-conquering. But yeah, so far everything's reasonably alright. There will be some wars that are normal, so the Japanese, for example, will probably still end up going to war with China, which is something we need to watch out for. And of course, we've got our own civil war to fight, which will be interesting enough as it is. We're playing with after the naval races for VNR, so we have a vast naval fleet that's much bigger than the one we would otherwise have, and we're going to concentrate that all in Vladivostok, including getting our ships out of the Baltic or out of the Black Sea while the getting's good. So, here we are. This is the world. There's plenty of things to be grabbed, plenty of wars to be fought, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. But yeah, so you probably don't want to see me mess around with the map more, but I will take a save of it so that if we come back to do this again, we can come back and do this again. So without further ado, let's get right on it. So I don't like being Marxist-Leninist. I want to bring back the Tsars, since, you know, the Marxist-Leninists led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So we don't want that. It's kind of bad. It's very much kind of bad. We don't want that. There we are. So, we want to construct our factories out here in the Far East. And we want to prepare. We just want improved artillery. We do also want heavy guns as well. There we go. I-16s, ANT-20s, and TBMs. Very nice indeed. Nice. You love to see it. Oh, nice. We got the I-16s with cannons. Fucking A. Nice. Like, that is what we like. Like, that is what we like best. But yeah. So there we are. Hey, Timu, welcome to the lurk. Please do lurk. We like the lurking. Lurking is good. Spawn the what? Oh. Okay, sure. Right. Without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, here we are. The world's a little bit fucked. And various nations will be scrabbling to try and rebuild. There'll be a race for armies, in particular. Oh yeah, also I probably need to keep the Confederacy fascist, because yeah, there probably would be. Yep, you are staying fascist. That's just happening. Accept it. Thing is, the US and the CSA both... Well, the CSA has less cores. The US has more cores. And, like, there are various, like, it wouldn't surprise me if... So the Wanabe Confederacy actually has claims on a lot of territory around here. They could form themselves into a pretty decent power. If they wanted to. We're already running out of fuel and logistics are a little bit fubbernucked. But that's okay. It's fleet, I'm getting my Patreon question from much FI. It's for all the ship-shaped crew. You might want to hold it until they've... Oh, shish kebab. Ah, thank you for reminding me, Timu. I am just going to check something real quick. I'd hold off on your Patreon question, Timu, just for a minute. Have a look. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, I have to put something out, Timu. I have just looked at my work schedule, and I am probably going to have to postpone Ramblings until next week. Next Monday, not this Monday. In fact, I'm probably going to put that out right now. Oh, the game's playing in the background. You can check what I'm doing. Oh, Stunton, stop being so paranoid. Stalin, stop being quite so paranoid. That's a shame. Well, that's the way things go. The situation where I am in now is not the situation I was in last week. And so it goes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Collectivization. Everything will be collectivized. For the common good. It's for the good of us all. All will be in a collective, and all will like it. So, the fleet is all in Vladivostok now, so let us... Right, okay, so... Alright then, so, first things first. Fleet renaming time. So, the Severny Flot, aka Northern Fleet. That's fine. Turkey, remilitarize the Bosphorus. I couldn't care less. Right, so... While I'm waiting for things, I'm just going to pause this so I can do this properly. So... Yep, well, unfortunately, Timu, life changes. It is, as they say, the way that it is. And that's just the long and the short of it. Right, okie dokie. So, Northern Fleet. Well, these are the fleets that will exist once I've reclaimed various parts of the motherland. So, Northern Fleet. This will be the Northern Fleet Patrol Group. So, Northern Fleet, they're going to be up north. Probably, yeah, you probably want Admiral Arseny Galveco. Spotter, Cold Water expert. Absolutely. So... Karl Marx is a ship armed with 14-inch guns. She's based on the Borodino's. 2 Borodino's. And a converted cruiser. So... the Karl Marx could probably... yes, we've got a fair amount of ships here, so... yes, I'm gonna... so the Borodinos are fast enough to keep up with that carrier, so they could stay with her. Karl Marx is going to be assigned to that fleet. So, the rest of you are going to move... he's been moving, so it can allow things to move. The rest of you are going to go up and... yep, that's fine. So yeah, you're going to move up to become just Northern Fleet. Which is fine. Then we've got this reserve force here. So... and then we've got Northern Fleet. So, well, Northern Flotilla. There we go, Northern Flotilla. So you're going to go out of there, come back up there. There we go. And then you're going to come out of there and come back up there. And... there we go. Perfect. Okay, so Baltic Fleet. Oh, hang on. I am... there you go. There you go, Stalin. Have some satisfactory production reports, you crazy, crazy man. There we go. Crazy, crazy, crazy man. There we go. Right, okay. So, Baltic Fleet. The fleet that lives in the Baltic. So, Baltic Fleet currently has 2 battleships, which I'm fine with. An old cruiser naval academy and the Baltic Flotilla. So for me, personally, I want to throw... oh, what? That's funny. I'm fine. That does make me laugh. Okay. So yeah, the Baltic Fleet is arguably one of the most important fleets. But I'm probably going to just put the old Sevastopol and Imperatsa Maria class ships in there. And same thing here. So we're going to have... so we're going to group our older battleships in the Baltic. Oh! Oh, shit. That means they're coming for me. Right, okay. We need to be ready. We need to absolutely be ready. That is fine, though. Actually, we don't need the women's fascist movement. We need to get to embrace the Black Hundreds so we can start expanding rapidly. And we need to be on partial mode. Oh boy. Pan, don't fucking do this. I'm in the middle of being busy. So the thing is, we can actually split this fleet in two. And what we can do is through it, we can create two task forces to serve in the Pacific. So we can have the Pacific Fleet centered around the Borodino-class battle cruisers. If it'll let me, there we go. The Pacific Fleet centered around the Borodino-class battle cruisers. A Pacific Scouting Group. Centered around 4 Kirovs. A Pacific Patrol Group, which will have 2 destroyers as its starting point. And the Pacific Flotilla. There we go. In the Far East, yeah, having someone who's aggressive matters more. You chaps. So Northern Fleet, Baltic Fleet. You chaps would have been Black Sea Fleet, but I don't know if there's any chance of us regaining a Black Sea port. And besides, the Turks have controlled them, so there's no point. We'll have to build up a new navy in the Black Sea. So I would probably fold Baltic Fleet. Yeah, I'd probably just fold Baltic Fleet into the other fleets. In particular, give some much needed cruiser support to, much needed cruiser support to Baltic Fleet. And then in regards to the reserve force, well, yeah, actually, a small component, so there we go. Brilliant. So, yeah, so then you can go in there, join up with Baltic Fleet. There we go. Embrace the Black Hundreds, because everything else we can do once the Black Hundreds are embraced. Because once we have embraced them, there we go. Yep, we must ensure the loyalty of future officers, because of course we must. And then what we do is we split the task force in half. The battleships all rejoin Baltic Fleet. All but one of the cruisers do. We send some of the more modern cruisers up. And we send most of the destroyers up. And that then gives us a scouting force in the Baltic. There we go. Perfect. Well, it will do later for you to get some housekeeping done for Alex's brew ships. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by, Timu. Always a pleasure. So Baltic Fleet, your green water. Perfect. Right. Okay. So. No, we're absolutely not offering Sakale into Japan. That is not a good idea. There we go. There we are. Right. Okay. So. So I need to consider what I'm going to build on the stocks once our current program of shipbuilding is done. So, what are we going to build on the stocks once our current program of shipbuilding is done? We need to build something, but what, I don't know. We're running out of rifles. Yeah, okay, we need more convoys. I'm sorry, but everything the motherland has needs to go into building more merchant ships. With the collapse of Russia and the loss of the Trans-Siberian Railway, it's the only way to get... It's the only way to get things across... Across and into, This won't just be a war between myself and the Russians, it'll be also a war that other powers are involved with. It'll be interesting to see which way the various states go, so... Okay, the Russians have clearly been influencing the Novgorods. That's going... Okay, Ukraine is going democratic. Belarus is going democratic. That's good. Okay, Lesser Poland... Okay. So, Lesser Poland has claims on this area. Well, it's Korsun, actually. They don't have an army. Lesser Poland does, so I'm going to say that Lesser Poland would, at that point, declare war to seize their cause, which is a logical thing that they would do. Secondly, I'm also going to say, because this is kind of what I'd like to do, I kind of do like to direct the flow of the game. So Denmark is going to launch its war of reunification, aiming to retake and seize various parts of its nation as well, and bring those core territories back under Danish control. Prussia, funnily enough, doesn't have an army. Which is surprising for, you know, Prussia. Oh, that's right, because they don't have a core. Well, okay, well, we'll at least make them a puppet of the Danes. That seems more likely. Because, you know, they are technically Danish, kind of. Gotland doesn't have an army. Sweden does, but I'm going to hold off on that because I want to let them actually build up a little bit. Various English kingdoms are sporting for a fight now. Whoa. Lannister and Northern Ireland have armies now. So it's important to keep things going as it is. So where are we? There we go. So yeah, let's seize that territory. We need it. It's good for us. Keep it rolling. Oh, steady on. Come on, game. Don't down me. So the National State of Outland doesn't have an army. No, Africa doesn't. Texas doesn't. The Confederacy doesn't yet. The US has built up a small army. Various other nations in these areas haven't yet. They will do, though. Ukraine does have an army. A little bit of one. Yes, it is. Moldova doesn't have an army. Wallachia, Transylvania doesn't have an army. Hungary, though. Yeah, Hungary could launch a campaign now to seize back various... Yeah, Hungary absolutely... Hungary absolutely should launch a series of wars to reclaim various parts of its empire. Bavaria has no... But very few of these states have armies yet. Oh, okay. Wow, Occitania does have an army. They really do. Well, in that case then, I think it's time for them to go on a little bit of a conquering spree. Who knows? Maybe it'll frighten the rest of these people into actually, you know, building armies. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, this is not going to be a long series of wars. Yeah, somebody better get a fucking army, and quickly. Well... Portugal will probably also be fairly rapid in their resumption of reclaiming territory. I know they have a formidable they can form if they also get Galicia as well. Ah, the show trial in Moscow. What an excellent idea, Comrade Stalinsky. What an idea, truly marvelous, brilliant, fantastic. What an excellent idea you have had there, comrade. Definitely, yeah. You put on that show trial. Honestly, yeah, that's a thing. No one will dare stand against you now, comrade. Yeah, there we go. Portugal is now... Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Galicia does have a small army now. Yeah, some of these states get off the bounce pretty quick in terms of getting armies. Some don't. So Occitania has now formed. How is our good friend Jan Meren doing? Do they have a navy yet? They do not have a navy yet. They will do, though. They will have a navy. No, you don't get to turn fascist. No, sorry. No fascism for you. I think you have to have a certain level of fascism. Yeah, so he can't ever turn fascist. Good. That does lock a little bit of his focus tree, but never mind. Well, let the Jan Meren Wars of Conquest begin. And he's going to try and consolidate the entire north of the world, first and foremost. That's what he's going to try and do. No point in me doing any of those, because, well, civil war's coming, and I'll lose them all anyway. Okay, Portugal. Oh, Portugalicia. Oh my god, I love it. That's great. Cool flag. I mean, in theory, Portugal could actually make a go for Iberia. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna... Yeah, we're actually gonna make them declare war on all of Iberia. And we're gonna see if they can actually be stopped by all of Iberia. You know, like, is anyone in Iberia actually gonna muster up an army to stop them? I'm interested because, like, I'm interested in how the AI in this game works. Like, because if it's threatened, it will, you know, rapidly try and get some troops, any troops, out into the field, just to try and stop this. So it's really, it'll be really interesting to see how these various nations work together and if they will rapidly build up armies to try and halt the Portuguese. I know some of them. So the Basque has an army. The Catalans have an army. There are some armed forces that can resist the Portugalician onslaught. But we'll have to see how they do. Are they all allowing each other to cross each other's borders? Yes, they are. It seems like yes, they are actually all going to help each other. It looks like yeah. Yeah, it does look like the Portuguese are trying. I will admit, I do kind of just like doing this and watching the map burn. It isn't natural, but it is kind of funny. Anyway, back to our own problems here in Russia. We will dismiss the counter-revolution to make Stalin fuck off. Oh, no. He's a good leader. We need covert operations. We need to make sure we can frame leaders and army personnel. There we go. Hold it. I've been forgetting my bloody things again, haven't I? Silly sod. There we go. Once I've got this all locked down, then I can faff around and do other things. Okay. Castile has rapidly mobilized a force to stop. And so has Al-Andalus. The Portuguese are being stopped. This is where it gets interesting. They have annexed various nations as they have marched eastward. But now resistance is stiffening. Castile has troops in the field. The Basque Country has troops in the field. Catalonia, Aragon is probably training up troops fairly rapidly as well. Aragon has forces in the field. The Basque County has enough troops to probably hold their border against the Portuguese onslaught. Castile has fallen. Has been made just to be Burgos. And well, that means that the Basque County basically needs to make sure they don't become a threat. So we need to invade them to ensure they don't become a threat and to enable them to reopen a front with Portugal. Portugal is trying, but their offensive does seem to have slowed somewhat. Okay, Stalin's paranoia is not too bad. It's good. We've nearly done securing as much territory as we're going to be able to secure. This is good. Yeah, launch a full investigation where we'll catch these perpetrators in the Air Force. Like, most of this bloody coup's been run by the Navy. Which is honestly unsurprising if you think about it. Okay, Norway is having a civil war. Literally only Oslo is not part of the Norwegian, is not part of the Norwegian, communist bloc. Jan Mayen basically has to build up a fleet in order to actually, you know, go to Iceland and stuff. So we'll see how this all goes. The United Inuit States do actually have... Okay, oh wow, Portugalicia is just... Okay, you know, Burgos, yeah, Castile should be integrated into Portugal. They shouldn't have been left alive. There. Wow, it is the final stand of a British Spain. So, the Basque Country is fighting, Catalonia is fighting, Cantabria is somehow still alive. Portuguese haven't gotten to it yet. They're all fighting like absolute wildcats against these people. It'll be interesting to see if they do actually form. Okay, oh wow, okay. Basque counteroffensive. Killed the Basque. Good job. We don't frame admirals. We don't have many admirals. Our admirals are important to us. There we go. There we go. Okay, Portugal-Galicia is okay. The Basque County and the Catalans are fighting like absolute legends. They just cannot. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make this interesting. So Portugal-Galicia has that. The Occitania has that. Okay, maybe not Occitania. Kingdom of Naples has a division. Is there anything the Kingdom of Naples claims that doesn't own? Yes, Sicily. Sicily has a division. Well, you know what? Let's start a forever war. This will be funny. I kind of want to see exactly how long that war lasts. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the Macedonian Empire. Yeah. Unleash their... Oh, they don't... Actually, do they have any troops yet? No, they don't. They're working on it. They're working on it. The Macedonians are working on it. They got it. They got it. Okay, Canterbury has finally got. The Basque are fighting like hell. No. No. No, the admirals must be saved. The admirals must be saved. Okay, I'm curious. Portugal, can you actually muster up the men and materiel to actually invade the Balearic Islands? I wonder. Oh, Occitania missed one. Well, not to worry. We can soon fix that. And I do kind of want to have a rumble between Occitania and Portugal-Galicia to see exactly who will win. Also, I'm kind of interested, can Portugal actually hold down all this territory? It will be interesting to see. Is there any part that Occitania should own but doesn't? Not really, no. Papal States has claims on a good chunk of... Okay, so you are that. Yeah, this whole place is a mess. Well, Venice is here. Oh my god. Robert von Habsburg, this man. Wait, he has... Okay, all of the northern Italian states have actually... Okay, yeah, so... Okay, Sardinia Piedmont is actually in a position to make plays. So, yeah, go for it, Sardinia Piedmont, yeah. Like, go for it. Like, yeah, if you're in a position to make plays, like, go for it. Oh, the Swiss. Yeah, okay, the Swiss should probably... Yeah, the Swiss should probably also engage in a campaign of reconquest. There we go. Okay, so Sardinia Piedmont did that. Okay, Venice does... Okay, Venice has some territorial claims it can press, so I'm going to allow it to press them. Basically, this is me kind of... It's setting an interesting stage. Okay, so Poland is now peasants, I guess. Okay, Lesser Poland is Okay. I told Lesser Poland to go and kill that. I don't know how Ukraine got it. Oh shit, Venice capitulated. The Julian March instead won. I was not expecting this. Well, I guess I guess the Republic of Venetia. The Austrian state. How is there shooting still going on? Is there a Republic of Venetia here? Well, now we've got a standoff between Portugal, Galicia. Oh, wow, okay. Occitania is actually building subs. Jan Mayen has not yet, but they probably no doubt will once they get the tech for it given to them. Frame an army officer, that is the correct thing to do here. We're mustering the old guard still, which is good. How dare there be disloyalty in the NKVD? What a horrible shame. Whoops. Oh, a message. Okay. Right. Okay. They already have the Borodino, so I don't need these mails. And also, like I said, I'm putting a lot of money into building up the convoys that we need to supply our eastern area, which won't be a problem when, you know, we actually are the eastern area, and that's all we are. Okay, so Sardinia Piedmont has claims on Sardinia. Yeah, there is no place in the army for such men. You know, just fuck that guy. Yes. Thank God. Thank God for the show. Like, the show trials are actually one of the best ways to actually deal with Stalin's paranoia. It really is. Okay. So Savoy Piedmont is building up a fairly sizable military, as is the Duchy of Milan. So, what are you? Republic of Venetia. Yeah, the Swiss are invading Tyrol. Okay, so Julian March has claims on that, but nothing else. Trieste, yeah, sorry, so the Julian March, the Julian March were not supposed to win that war. Venice was supposed to win that war. Okay, so Sardinia Piedmont has the capability to form Italy, I believe. Although they are on the verge of flipping communist. Portuguese army is growing. It's hard to say, though. In regards to various parts, so the British armies have grown. Wow. East Anglia has gone fascist in quite a big way. Northumbria. So Northumbria does have claims on Glasgow, which they would probably want to press. So I am going to actually say that probably Northern Ireland and Connaught and the Leinster Military Authority and the Kingdom of Munster would probably go to war, basically to secure those territories. on the way to a united Ireland, basically, because both of them have militaries and the other parts of Ireland do not. The Welsh have a small military. Midlands Peoples. Okay, well, like I said, the Midlands People's Union would jump on a small fascist state like East Anglia. So, yeah, there you go. So, the Dutch and the various... So, hang on. That's right. There is something that I meant to do. So... I can't remember. So, the various states in exile. So, the Netherlands... the French, they are going to have cause over all their territory so that they can basically be forces in exile. And they have, like, look at that, they have sizable fleets. And everyone does who has fleets in this timeline. Everyone does. We're going to send them up to join Northern Fleet, because that's where we really need the support from that. Yeah, we'll have them join Northern Fleet. That's where we need the... Actually, no, we need a Northern Fleet Scout Force as well. That's fine, we can deal with that fairly quickly. Okay, so the Swiss didn't annex too much of it. They just annexed the bits they wanted. Oh, Tucano. I forgot about Tucano. One more war, Switzerland. One more war. There we go. I don't know if Occitania can... It can't form France because the tag still exists. It's basically whoever gets an army first in... Oh. Ah, Brittany has gotten an army. Right. Well then. Okay, Munster has gotten an army. Northern Ireland didn't take Connaught, so that's on them. Oh, County of Poitou does have an army. Yeah, all these regions are relatively self-contained, but... Greater Burgundy, if it had an army, could press claims on its surrounding regions. Indeed, it absolutely could. If only it had an army to press those claims. It doesn't, but it probably should do. Okay. Yeah, we should probably have mechanized agriculture. That's probably a thing. Or we could probably do with. Okay, we are very well clear of not having problems with, you know. There we go. How is the Social Republic of Novgorod doing? They don't have an... Again, this lack of an army. I mean, if they're not careful, the Finns are going to nobble them. Ah, now the Prussians have an army. So it's time now to invade. And seize those territories that it needs to access the open ocean. Come on, Jan Meiren, you can do... Oh, they've gone fascist. What? Well, I'll let them do their focus tree, now that they're fascist. And then we will flip them back to having the illustrious Jan Meiren in charge of them again. So how are the Confederacy doing? They have an army. Okay, so... Right, okay then. So, let's spark some wars in the Americas, now that armies have begun to appear. Okay, so the Holsteins have gone, and have been integrated into Prussia. They're part of the European Pact, which I think was literally just... Yeah, it was literally just the two of them. So that's no more. But the Prussians have at least regained Kiel and Hamburg. Oh. Okay. Interesting choice, Hungary. Interesting. Excuse me. I'm sneezing all over the shop. Excuse me. There we go. Right. Stalin's probably getting pretty twitchy at this point, I'd think. Given the way things are going. Oh, we may as well start the British Unification Wars. And there we go. Now everyone should be... Okay, the Scots need to be at war with the Welsh. Actually, the Scots and the Welsh will be at war. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Oh well, whoops, Free Cornwall died. Shame. Dr. Alex will never forgive me. Ah, passive sonar. Excellent. Well, Amelia Earhart circumnavigated the globe. What an honor. Okay, so they were annexed. Two democracies, two communists, and the Welsh! Oh, the Neo... Oh, no. Oh, no. Texas is fighting like an absolute wildcat. I wonder... Well, actually, we should probably have the Confederates coming from the other side, because, well, that is a lot of Confederate land the New Africans are holding. And, well, of course... The New Africans are literally the antithesis of everything the Confederacy stands for. Okay, the Iroquois if the Iroquois and the United States went to war right now, it would be a pretty fair fight. Sod it, let's see it. it would be a pretty fair fight between the two of them. So let us actually see it. We'll have Cascadia invade and annex Idaho, because I pretty much forgot about Idaho, and I shouldn't have. How's Quebec doing? Oh. That's how they're doing. Oh, Finland. Finland! I can't even. There's a series of wars going on. Should I have Ukraine annex Crimea? I don't know. Yeah, sod it, why not? See if the Ukrainians are actually up to the job. With their one interwar submarine. And the Caucasus. How are they doing down there? Yeah, there's okay. Okay, so Azerbaijan may actually be in a position to take over the Caucasus. With the army they actually have. Which would be interesting if for no other reason than a united Caucasus would be funny when I invade it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the Union of Councils should be at war with the Welsh. I did forget about that. And Northumbria should also be at war with the Welsh. I did forget about that as well. Whoops. Okay, so Northumbria has made gains into Scotland. They've lost the Midlands that they held on Yorkshire, which is an absolute travesty. Southwest Union is advancing now into Wales, and they can threaten Cardiff. Finland has gone to war with White Finland. And if they come to power, then, well, yeah, probably, absolutely, there should be a, yeah. Okay, Crimea is now Ukrainian. And we should probably also square away all the other bits of Ukraine that are not, Ukrainian while we're on the topic, So yeah, Poland, yeah, since the Peasants' Republic has come to power, the Polish should be communist. They should not be, I don't know why that bugged. Yeah, but they should probably also be like, liberate the peasants around Poland, because, that's how they do. Well, it's time for Poland to fight less of Poland. Fight! The United States joined the Czech on... No. No, that is silly. I like my HOI 4 games with a little bit of silliness, but no, that is silly. Stop that. No. No, that is silly. Stop that. Stop that. That is silly. Stop that. Oh my god, how many factions do you people want? Why do you people want to... Why do you want to... Stop it! Stop it! Fucking stop it! I fucking cannot. Stop it. Jesus Christ. Stop. Fucking Jesus. Stop it. Please stop making factions. Okay, the Midlands People's Union is definitely winning. And in their faction is... Yeah, this is a bit of a weird one. Like, it really, really is. Whoops. Satisfactory production reports. Grobe Hessen. Okay, so... Okay, Grobe Hessen. What the fuck? Grobe Hessen, why are you fighting Thuringian? What the shit? Look, I'm not gonna pretend to understand what the fuck is going on here. But I think it's fucking time that Prussia stepped in and restored some fucking order to the situation. Because fucking clearly, shit is getting out of hand. Like, yeah, shit is clearly getting out of hand. Okay, so congratulations, you... I think we're looking at a clear winner here. Come on, Prussia, I believe you can do this. There you go. One down, one to go. Why did that result in a more balkanized world? Why? Oh my god, why? Why would you do this? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. Why? Why would you do this? Oh my god, I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it. I actually hate it. I hate it with a passion. Like, why? Why is this something that can exist? Oh my god, why? I mean, it makes sense. Like, communist nation, I get it. It makes sense. But I'm sat here going, why? Why would you do this? Please stop it. It's no good. I mean, if we can get all this done before the start of the Civil War, we're quids in. Well, hopefully they can win the war against Scotland. I mean, you would think they would be able to. Yeah, they outnumber the Scots by a stupid degree at this point. Okay, the US and the Iroquois are Okay, the Iroquois have built up a much bigger force than the US have. I mean, the US have rebuilt some part of their navy. The Confederacy has won its war with New Africa. And it probably hates the natives as much as the... Yeah, it probably hates natives more than the US does, so... It would probably get involved in that particular conflict, opening another front against the Iroquois. Like, the US, the only one who gets to kill the US is the Confederacy. That's the way of things. That's how it's gotta be. Okay, so now the Midlands are at war with the Confederacy. Yeah, this is the way of things. Well, Finland conquered White Finland. Okay. Yay. Now we have a neutral flag again. Yay. I don't know what to make of this. Like, not Novgorod, please. Just put them out of their fucking misery. Please, just fucking kill them. Put them out of their fucking misery. That's weird. Norland, so... Okay, Gotland is just not amounting to anything. Yeah, alright. Time for the Swedes to do Swedish things. Alright, yeah, okay, let's do it. Alright, Sweden, time for you to regain some shit. Get on with it. I dread to think what the fucking Midlanders will do to fucking Scotland. I don't even know. We're back in the tick, folks. I don't even know what they'll do to Scotland. I don't even want to think about it. It's important. It's a surprise too. Yuan. Okay, so I just noticed that while I've been away for like a second, Northumbria has just kind of, yeah, that happened. Yeah, wars are rapidly proliferating across the planet at a bit of a rate. We need to be prepared. Who declared war on who again? Somebody down here did. we go. There we go. Now our reforms will go very well indeed. Right. See, we're working on massively reducing the ability of the you know. Okay, Epirus has capitulated. Interesting, interesting. The Macedonian Empire will start to reclaim their territory, and Bulgaria will fight the Turks. Because it'll be funny. Okay, Occitania is doing better against the Portuguese than I thought they would. Oh, wow. That is big. That is big, Pakistan. Oh, whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. That was not part of my plan. Whoops. Whoops. This was not part of my plan. At all. Okay. Then they literally get to go and kill Pakistan. Okay. I mean, I guess the situation will sort itself out, I suppose. I hadn't really thought about it that way, but sure, I guess. Why not? Do we have any more modern... Nope, we need more modern naval guns. That is something we absolutely do need. Okay, so the Prussians are steadily pushing in. Ukraine has done fairly well. Did Azerbaijan lose that war? Yeah, they did. Dagestan must have won it. It's... Okay. Okay, the Caucasus is just a fucking mess. I mean, the Portugalisians are absolutely trying. Like, they really are. I mean, France should have the capabilities. If France can get a foothold in France, then France, in theory, should be able to, you know... Like, this is the thing. Now that a unify has emerged, the exiled nations now have a core against which to target. The only nation for which a unifier hasn't emerged is the Netherlands. Although, the Wallonians are definitely trying, and there is a... There are definitely... Okay, the unitary state of Holland is definitely the unifier. They absolutely have a significantly larger army than any of the other unifier candidates do. Significantly. They can fight all of their rivals combined. And do so easily. Also, you know, Greater Flanders should probably try to become Greater Flanders. Okay, the Greater Burgundian State has begun its conquests for... Well, thing is, it doesn't... For areas it doesn't actually have cores over. It could have gone to the east and killed people it does actually have cores over, but... Oh well. Never mind. That's fine. Yeah, wars are sparking up all over the world now as people look to settle grudges. How did our troops get there? I don't know. Anyway. It will soon be time. Although, to be fair, Stalin's paranoia is literally zero. The man is chill. The man is absolutely chill. The man is so chill. He is just chill extreme. France, you were supposed to... France, you're supposed to be at war with... Okay, the US got Texas somehow. Just thinking, who built the Lag 3? Lavochkin. Oh, so it is Lavochkin. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's right, because Lavochkin was separated from... Yeah, Lavochkin was separated from... Yeah. So, yeah, it is. Yeah, so it is Lavochkin. Perfect. There we go. Lag 3. And then I also want a close air support aircraft. Which would absolutely be the SU-2. With a single modern radial engine. A supercharger. Sukhoi Design Bureau, because it is. A single... a dual LMG gunner. And knife brakes. Oh, and a reflex gun sight for bombing things. Because having access to close air support aircraft is probably going to be crucial in the days ahead. Perfect. Excellent. Isn't this lovely? And we can accelerate things a little bit. But yeah, the wars are spiraling a little bit out of control. Holland is trying to become the dominant power in the Netherlands. Various other nations are trying to stop them. The greater Burgundian state is having its teeth kicked in by two rivals, when it really, really shouldn't be. Does Tuscany have any claims? No, they don't. Kingdom of Ferrara. Okay. The Julian March is trying to kill the Aristrian state, but I don't think they're going to manage it. The Polish Peasant Republic is winning. The Prussians have been bogged down in a stalemate with the Silesians and Brandenburg. Novgorod and Finland are trying to kill each other. And I'm about to send Sweden and Norway on a reconquista of Sampi. See how they split it between the... What? Sweden. Sweden, those are your... Sweden, those are your cores. Just... Sweden, those are your core territories. Thank you. I do love this. I do love this game, but sometimes it does ignore the fact that, you know, democracies can also annex territory. It does make me go, just why? At times. Okay, so then it's the military... Okay, they're justifying on who? Oh, wow, okay, they're already doing my job for me. They're going after Western Ireland. And the final war will probably be against Northern Ireland to reform Ireland. Okay, so we are now basically ready. So, the hands do. Now, there'll be no direct front line at first with the Stalinists, but we shall see how things go from there. What? 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 Oh, no, not the reunification, the reunification of Ireland. Yeah, well, there you are. That's so Ireland is back. Which does now mean that, yeah, I'm sorry, Northern Ireland, but unless you, yeah, here comes the Southern Irish to reclaim all of Ireland for Ireland. The first reunification. Yeah, the German Confederation, what was left of it, is rapidly imploding on itself. England and France are plotting their return. The Confederacy is fighting the Iroquois evenly now, after seizing good chunks of their territory. The US isn't dead, but it's definitely not the power it once was. Mexico is... yeah, things are happening. Like, have you done most of your fascist focus tree yet? I hope you have. Where's aggressive warmongering in it? Battle seal, foundation of an empire. Partiality, relation to war, claims on our neighbours. Okay, there's aggressive warmongering, so they're very nearly there. Do they have fascist imperialism? Nationalism of the nation. No, they don't have fascists. They haven't done all of it yet, so we're going to wait to restore them until that point. The crab! Well, there we go. Right, okay, so... yep, things are okay, things are happening. Things are happening in Africa. Shockingly enough. It's weird, but yes, they are okay. I don't know what, okay, Liberia has decided to choose violence. Alright. You know what? Sure. Why not? Okay, so the Republic of Lesser Poland wasn't completely annexed when it should have been. Yeah, Poland, you... See, this is why we have the hose tool, because occasionally AI does incredibly... No, Poland, you annex them. No, oh, this is why I don't do nice things. Never mind, it's fine. Okay. So. With the Soviet Union now very much at war with me. We now also subject them to a war from various nations that desperately do not want them to win that war. And thereby reconsolidate and attack them. Now, we have our troops. So we have tanks. Good. So, here's what we need to do. We need to march westward. We need to seize as much Western territory as we can. Oh, wait, what? We don't have any court. Oh. Yeah, hang on. Let me just fix that real quick. Yeah, we should have. Oh. Yeah, we should have all of this territory cord that we currently own, at least. Yeah, that should be a thing that we have, rather than... Yeah, there we go. Aristocratic investments is a good idea. The partisans have joined the uprising. This is good. We have no military industry at this time. The Ukrainians have joined the war. Belarusians have joined the war. Hey, Volga, Germany, you're not going to get to kill the Kazakhstanis unless you invade the Soviets. The thing for me to do is to make sure we make it to the west, because here's the thing. Please tell me we have a tank commander. Oh no, you should be a tank commander. You're a cavalry officer instead of being an infantry commander. Well, that complicates fucking things, but hey ho, there you go. Well, that doesn't half complicate things, doesn't it? Well, hey ho. All we've got to do is advance down the Trans-Siberian Railway and all will be well. I can't tell if the various states are winning or if they are losing. Finland and Novgorod are knocking 7 bells out of each other. That's not surprising. I forgot about the regional government of the Urals. I will have to... How much of the Navy did we end up keeping? Not as much of it as I would like. Okay, everything... See, this is what happens when you meddle in the affairs of men, I guess. Well, America's fubbernucked, but that's not particularly surprising. Yeah, this is a weird one. Yeah, Russia, you should not be part of any faction. In fact, there should be no factions. There we go. The AI just loves to be in factions for reasons I don't fully understand. You don't... Okay, how much did we save? We have 1 carrier, 2 battle cruisers, 2 Well, yeah, we lost a ton. We lost a ton of the navy. And after I saved all those admirals as well, they couldn't even remain loyal. Like, Jesus. Honestly, what's the point? No, I don't want the Neo-Thul state as my ally, thank you very much. I do not want the Neo-Thul state as my ally. Thank you. That's not what I want. That's really not what I want. Please stop. Please stop. I absolutely do not want this. Please, I do not want the Neo-Thul. This is what I get when I meddle with God. This is what happens. This is what I get. This is what I get when I play God. We've basically got to fight our way west, in essence. Which is not particularly surprising. A new president and you are a Uruguay. Okay, so the Confederates joined who exactly? Oh, so the Confederates are now at war with the US. Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice you can make. I mean, that's just let 47 divisions worth of fucking Mexicans come to the Texan border, but okay, that's a choice you can make, Mexico. I mean, alright, sure, knock yourself out. Touch aircraft. Oh my god, I don't even know what's going on at this point. This is... So the French... The French and the English are in the European Entente. The Netherlands are not, but are helping, I think. I shouldn't play God anymore. This is not a good idea. I'm going to. Well, now they're all aligned. The Netherlands is in it to win it. God. This is where we are. Wait, what? The Irish joined with the British? What? Hello? How did we get here? I don't know. Oh my god, Jan Mayen. We need to bring back the polar bear. It all went wrong when we got rid of the polar bear. We must bring back the polar bear. We must bring back His Highness the polar bear. It must be done. The world is a worse place for not having him. There he is! Confederate Europe. There it is. Wait, what? How does Jan Myron own an entrance to the Turkish Strait? To the what? How? How do they own this? They don't even have a fucking navy yet. Like, they have the infrastructure. They're just using it to build fucking convoys. I don't even understand. How are you doing this? I don't even understand how is this happening? How did we get here? Wait, who were they? Who were they allied with? Oh, the Confederates. Big fucking whoop. Now die. Yeah, this war will not take very long. We're basically leapfrogging from, yeah, we're basically leapfrogging from, supply dump to supply dump, basically. That is what we're doing. And I forgot my volunteers. The volunteers that I got from my focuses that I did. Excuse me, I'll be back while I go and bemoan this fact.
Внимание! Так точно!
There we go. Victory.
Готов?
Need some garrison divisions. Well, I hope those two of you that are lurking have enjoyed this as much as I have. But I think it's time for us to call this little call it to an end. I hope you've enjoyed this little dive into the way Fleet does things in regards to HOI 4 and this thing that I like to do of creating worlds and then fighting in them. But yeah, obviously things are a little bit off kilter right now, but please do tune in for catch-up ramblings later today if you are a YouTube enjoyer as well. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.